Between 1877 and 1900, farming on the plains continued to evolve as more people settled in the West, driven by the promise of land and opportunity. The expansion of the railroad network and the lure of inexpensive land through government policies like the Homestead Act and the Timber Culture Act encouraged thousands of families and individuals to move to the plains. These settlers were drawn by the prospect of owning land and the hope of building prosperous farms, despite the challenging conditions that often awaited them. As more people settled on the plains, farming techniques and practices adapted to the unique environment of the region. The plains were characterized by extreme weather conditions, including hot summers, cold winters, and periods of drought, which posed significant challenges to traditional farming methods. Early settlers struggled with these conditions, often facing crop failures due to poor soil quality, lack of water, and the sheer difficulty of breaking the tough prairie sod. However, over time, farmers began to develop new techniques and adopt innovations that made farming on the plains more viable. One of the most significant changes in farming during this period was the introduction of new technologies and equipment that were better suited to the harsh conditions of the plains. The steel plow, invented by John Deere, became an essential tool for breaking the hard, compacted soil of the prairie, making it easier to plant crops. The mechanization of farming also advanced with the widespread use of reapers, threshers, and seed drills, which increased efficiency and allowed farmers to cultivate larger areas of land with less labor. These technological innovations helped transform the plains into a more productive agricultural region, despite the challenges posed by the environment. Water management also became a critical aspect of farming on the plains. The lack of reliable rainfall made irrigation essential for successful farming. Settlers began to experiment with various methods of capturing and distributing water, including the use of windmills to pump water from underground wells. These windmills became a common sight on the plains, providing a vital source of water for both crops and livestock. In areas where irrigation was not feasible, farmers learned to cultivate drought-resistant crops, such as wheat, which became a staple of plains agriculture. The development of dry farming techniques, which focused on conserving soil moisture through careful plowing and planting practices, also helped farmers adapt to the arid conditions. The continued settlement of the plains led to the establishment of more permanent communities and the growth of infrastructure that supported farming. Towns and markets sprang up along railroad lines, providing farmers with access to supplies, equipment, and a means to transport their crops to distant markets. Agricultural extension services, often supported by land-grant universities, began to offer education and resources to farmers, helping them improve their techniques and increase their productivity. These developments contributed to the gradual transformation of the plains from a wild frontier into a thriving agricultural region. However, farming on the plains remained a difficult and often precarious endeavor. The unpredictable weather, including devastating blizzards, droughts, and locust plagues, could still wipe out entire crops and ruin a farmer's livelihood in a single season. Despite the advances in technology and farming practices, the harsh realities of life on the plains continued to test the resilience and determination of the settlers. Many were forced to abandon their farms and return east, while others persevered, contributing to the gradual but steady development of the plains as a key agricultural region in the United States. By the end of the 19th century, the plains had been transformed by the efforts of these settlers. The land that had once been considered uninhabitable had become a patchwork of farms and small towns, supported by a growing network of railroads and markets. The changes in farming during this period were a testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of the people who settled the plains, as they adapted to the challenges of the environment and helped shape the future of American agriculture.